guys, welcome to today's video and thank you so much for watching. So I've decided to do this video today as a positive reminder that regardless of where you are in your financial journey, there are always signs that tell you that you're doing well financially. And I know that a lot of times it's quite easy for us to focus on what we're trying to achieve or the targets that we've set for ourselves personally. But it's also important for us to take a step back and actually reflect and look at the things that we've been able to achieve financially, which is why I'm creating this video today. I'm hoping that this video will serve as a motivation and just a sense of encouragement, really, to let you know that you're doing okay financially. Sometimes honestly we need that reminder. So see this video as a reminder that even though you're still working on different financial goals that you're trying to achieve, there are also some visible signs that you're doing well financially. So without wasting much time, let's quickly dive into the video. One of the first signs that you're doing well financially is that you prioritize paying yourself first. And that means that when you get paid at the end of every month, you prioritize paying into your workplace pension, you prioritize things like savings and investments. And that means that you're setting money aside for the things that matter to you, the things that are important to you. Ideally, this would mean that the process is automated so that as soon as you get paid, the direct debit goes out for your savings, for your investments, and also you already know that you're paying into a workplace pension, which is usually automatic from your place of work. So that shows that you're prioritizing yourself first, you're paying yourself before all the other expenses start taking a chunk of your income. The second point is that you have a monthly budget. So that means when you get paid every month, you have a budget to be able to keep track of your income and your expenses. You are not trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're living well within your means, and basically you're able to track where your money is going every month. This shows that you're very conscious about the things that you spend your money on. The third sign that you're doing well financially is that your bills are paid on time. That means that you're not defaulting on any bills. You have direct debit systems set up for different expenses that you have to make in the month, and you're basically able to meet up with all your essential bills. And I know that this might sound trivial or mundane, but actually it's a good sign that you're financially able to keep up with your expenses, that you're living within your means, and that you're not trying to keep up with the Joneses or buying into lifestyle inflation, which can impact on our finances in the long run. The fourth sign that you're doing well financially is that you're optimizing tax efficient accounts for savings and investment. So for those living in the UK, it will mean that you're putting your savings into a high yield savings account or a cash ISA, and that you're also using a stocks and shares ISA for investing. So that way your money is able to grow tax free and your money is able to work harder for you to beat inflation. If you're interested in learning more about the stocks and shares ISA, I've created a detailed video on this topic already, and I'll try and link it somewhere on the screen, so definitely check it out after this video. The next sign that we're going to talk about is that you have essential insurance policies in place. So that includes home insurance if you're a homeowner, as well as life insurance, critical illness cover, and income protection policy as well. These insurance policies are so important because it just gives you that financial cushion that you need and a reassurance that you're protected financially. Income protection is so important because if you were unable to work due to illness or injury, the insurance company will pay you a portion of your income, so that way you're still able to keep up with your essential bills like rent or mortgage and other household bills even while you're out of work. So it's definitely important to consider this, guys. The next step that you're doing well financially is that you have an emergency fund. Current statistics show that about a quarter of Brits living in UK do not have emergency fund of £500. So basically 1 in 3 people living in the UK cannot cover an emergency expense of £500. So if you have an emergency fund of £500 or more, it means that you're doing better financially compared to this 33% of the population. And I know that it's harder with rising cost of living, inflation. It's harder to save up an emergency fund, but I honestly believe that having a little in your emergency fund is better than not having anything at all. So definitely consider this, guys. As usual, please remember that anything I say in my video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I don't have any financial qualifications. I'm only sharing things based on my own personal experience and basically my own research about finance as someone who is passionate about her financial well-being. So please make sure you do your own research and consider speaking to a financial advisor as well. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you're working towards paying off any high interest debt, loans, or credit card bills that you have. So you may either be in a position where you successfully be able to clear any high interest debt, or you have a strategy in place, you have a plan in place, and you're slowly working towards becoming debt free. It means that you're prioritizing paying off high interest loans, credit card debts, or any consumer borrowing that you have. Honestly, in today's world, it's so easy to get into debt, and in fact it can take less than 20 minutes to get a credit card. But as someone who cares about their financial well-being, it's so important to prioritize paying off high interest debts so that you're then able to start investing more and start making your money work harder for you. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you avoid schemes that encourage you to build up consumer debt. So I'm talking about things like buy now pay later that encourage you to borrow more money and basically accumulate consumer debt, because this then becomes a problem when you have to pay all the money back. So I think it's so important to avoid schemes that encourage you to get into debt. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you have set clear financial goals. So whether it's saving up an emergency fund, or saving up for your first house, or saving in generally, or trying to invest in the stock market, you have clear financial goals. You know what you're trying to achieve financially. You have set targets for yourself, and you've also created practical plans to be able to achieve these targets. And that's so important because it's a sign that you care about your financial well-being. You're not just saving what's left at the end of the month. You have a strategic plan of how you want to achieve your financial goals. So I think this is really important. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you invest time and resources into improving your financial knowledge. So whether it's looking up things on Google, watching videos on YouTube about finances, you're making conscious efforts to improve your financial knowledge, because this builds your confidence and you're able to take more risk to improve your finances. Another sign that you're doing well financially is that you're investing into assets that appreciate in value over time. So whether it's the stock market, real estate, gold, you're investing into assets that will appreciate in value because you recognize that this will improve your finances in the long term. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you have a good credit score. So a good credit score is a sign to lenders that you can be trusted with money. It's a sign that you know how to manage your finances well and that you're able to pay back any money that you borrow. This means that lenders are more likely to borrow you money, and also you can access better interest rates. A good credit score means that you're likely to get approved to borrow money, and then you can use that money to buy assets which appreciate in value. It also shows that you're able to manage your finances well and you're able to repay back any money that you borrow. So lenders are more likely to loan you money. The next sign that you're doing well financially is that you can see positive financial growth when you look back in the last 20 years. So basically, when you look back in the last 10 years, you can see that your finances have slowly continued to improve and that you're slowly building your net worth. You're in a better position now financially than you were 10 years ago, and that shows that there's growth, there's improvement, which is another sign that you're doing well financially. So guys, these are the 12 signs that you're doing well financially, and I honestly feel like a lot of adults like myself at one stage or the other would have felt some degree of financial anxiety where you're constantly worrying about if you're doing enough. In fact, sometimes it seems like the more you earn, the more you worry about money. But I'm hoping that this video will provide some reassurance that you're doing okay. Even though you may not have achieved all the financial goals that you've set, you're making steady progress, you're working towards things, and if you stay consistent, you will definitely get there. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please kindly support me by subscribing to my channel. Please click on the bell button below so that you get notified every time I put out amazing content like this. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and we'll chat in the next video. Thank you. Bye.